The wide plains of New Mexico lay quiet beneath a pale moon as rancher Cole Turner finished locking his barn. Life on the ranch was solitary, chosen after years of disappointment. That night, a soft knock broke the silence. At the door stood an Apache woman, exhausted, guarded, and desperate for shelter. She introduced herself as Naya, explaining she was being pursued after escaping an unjust situation. Her eyes showed fear, but also resolve. Cole hesitated, aware of the risks, yet offered her safety for the night. The ranch had weathered many storms. Offering compassion felt like the right thing to do. Inside, warmth replaced the cold. Naya thanked him quietly, surprised by his kindness. Cole gave her food and a place to rest, insisting on respect and boundaries. She slept safely, and he stayed awake, listening to the wind, wondering how one knock could shift the calm he had built around himself. By morning, Naya shared fragments of her past. She spoke of displacement, loss, and survival, never asking for pity. Cole listened without judgment. He saw strength beneath her exhaustion. Days passed, and Naya helped around the ranch, learning routines and earning trust through action and honesty. Their conversations grew deeper as they worked side by side. Naya spoke of dreams interrupted and the desire to rebuild life with dignity. Cole shared his own solitude, admitting he had closed himself off to protect against loss. In each other's presence, walls slowly lowered, replaced by understanding. One evening, Naya spoke boldly, her words direct but sincere. She said that sharing safety and trust meant responsibility, that life could grow from compassion. Cole was startled, yet he understood her meaning was not reckless but hopeful. It was about choosing a future rather than running from the past. They talked long into the night, clarifying boundaries, intentions, and respect. Cole realized he was not being pushed, but invited to decide. He chose honesty over fear. Their agreement was rooted in mutual consent, care, and commitment to creating stability, not impulse or desperation. As weeks turned into months, the ranch transformed. Laughter returned to spaces once silent. Naya's knowledge of land and tradition blended with Cole's ranching skills. Together, they created routines grounded in trust. The past no longer defined them. Purpose did. When Naya learned she was expecting, fear and joy arrived together. Cole steadied her, promising partnership through uncertainty. They prepared carefully, strengthening the home, seeking medical care, and connecting with community. What began as shelter had grown into responsibility, shared fully and willingly. The town noticed changes at the ranch. Some questioned, others supported, but Cole stood firm. He learned that integrity mattered more than opinion. Naya, once a fugitive, became a valued neighbor, respected for her resilience and contribution. Belonging replaced fear. Winter tested them with harsh winds and long nights. They faced challenges together, learning patience and compromise. Cole realized family was not defined by origin, but by commitment. Naya found safety not just in walls, but in partnership built on equality. As spring arrived, hope bloomed across the plains. The ranch felt alive with anticipation. They spoke often about raising children with respect for both cultures, teaching strength, kindness, and responsibility. Their future was not perfect, but it was intentional and shared. When the babies arrived, the moment was quiet and profound. Life had grown from compassion, not impulse. Cole held his family, understanding that courage sometimes begins with opening a door. Naya smiled, knowing survival had transformed into belonging. Years later, the ranch stood as proof that trust can rebuild lives. What began as a request for shelter became a family rooted in choice. Together, they showed that love, when guided by respect, can turn fear into home and solitude into legacy.